Today.
Oops. So I accidentally pressed record. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Awaken Positive Power. We're Darcy Marta, beautiful Darcy Marta. She was just showing me her necklace that she's wearing a bear today. Beautiful bear. Yeah. And myself, Jemima Godsall. We come to you each week talking to you regarding topics surrounding mental health awareness, depression, and suicide prevention through awareness. Heavy topics. We understand this, guys. We're coming to you from a place of friendship with our own experiences and just trying to normalize the conversation around these topics and make sure everyone knows that we're not alone, that everyone has problems and we can talk about it and we're here for you. But of course, if there's anything major, guys, there is a 1-800 number down below. So if you have any concerns, please reach out to that number. We also, if you have any questions like that we want us to talk about topics, put them down below. And also there's a disclaimer down below as well. Okay, enough of that. So
Well, I would like to say something about that. I know it's hardest to call and reach out when you're feeling crappy.
Definitely.
I totally get that. And that's the time that you need to find the strength in you, even when you feel weakest, to say, I'm just going to call somebody. And sometimes just by talking to somebody, it can diffuse the loop going on in the mind. And so we really want to encourage that, everybody.
Definitely. So yeah, Darcy and I were just talking about when things start to get better.
Right.
How do you feel? And we'll just talk about me, of course. Well, me in relation, and then we'll open up the conversation, you know what I mean? But because I am doing a lot better, things have shifted. It can't actually, you know what, Darcy? I don't know whether I can say that because it comes in waves, but this week I had a bit of an awakening regarding the power behind the words. Happiness is a choice. It's not just a being. Like, you can choose to be happy. You can choose to create that happiness in your world. And the reality of those words are really powerful because it takes ownership to yourself. I mean, I know this, people might be going, yeah, whatever, of course, duh. But really the actual feeling of the words, like the impact of the words in my soul, oh, I get it, really hit me this week. And I thought, like, it is time to choose happiness over the drama, over the chaos. And I think what Darcy and I were just talking about was that's such a habit. It's such a habit to be in a chaotic, my life has been chaos, has been drama, has been relationship screw-ups, drugs, all the rest. And now it's like calm. Well, what do we do with that? But it's happy. Like, I actually started to practice this week to choose to be happy. And every time a thought was coming into me, I sort of stopped and was thinking, I don't need to worry about that. I can choose to react or not, being more of an observer, and then choose the positive side, the happy side. And it worked. And I'm like going, wow, that's pretty powerful. And so that was a good thing this week. But then also the habit of expecting the worst is still there, and I wonder how much energy is being misdirected in that way. I'm not giving myself the full run of being positive, of practicing what I preach to the thing. I'm still in a habit, a long 30-year habit, which is okay. But what do you say, Das?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing, is we practice. It always goes back to that word practice. So when you are living in chaos and you're living in crisis, you're practicing your coping skills, right? You're constantly dealing with the emotional high of dealing with crisis and dealing with chaos, right? And so that becomes your default, your go-to, and your reality. And so your body, your mind gets used to being in that emotional zone, right? So every decision is a life or death decision. Even something as simple as what do I have for breakfast, can become a life or death situation. I mean, it feels that intense. And then when you start practicing, which is what you've been doing for this last year. You've been practicing being healthy, and you've been practicing your healing work. I remember weeks ago you said, "Oh my God, when will this ever kick in?" You're like, "I am never going to get any better. Everything just is horrifying." And we kept saying, "You just gotta keep practicing, because you've been practicing the negative for so long that your body mindset is doesn't understand not being in that space." Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you finally get to a place where you don't have to be coping,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to have your fight or flight response in such a high level, and you can finally step away from the addiction to the emotional response,
Mm-hmm.
because that is also an addiction, right? It's like, if I'm not feeling anxious, then something must be wrong, as opposed to the opposite, which is what the anxiousness is for, is to say, "Oh, I'm feeling anxious. Something is wrong. I got to fix it." Now it's, we take away the something wrong. I'm not feeling anxious, so something must be wrong, right? It's like a woo, such a flip. And to allow yourself the time that it takes to start to be okay with the calm and the quiet. And the only way to achieve that is through practice.
Yeah.
So your profound understanding, or your aha moment from just recently, is that good for you. You're doing your homework, you're doing your daily work, and it's paying off. Look at that.
Yeah.
30 years of chaos and crisis, and only what, 2, 3 years of practice? No, not even a year.
Yeah. 2 years. 2 years now. I don't
Yeah.
know. Dark Night of the Soul. Don't include that yet. So about a year and a half, year and a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a year and a half of practice versus 30 years of year and a half of positive practice versus 30 years of negative practice. Wow, that's quite a testament to the power of really focusing and doing your work, right?
Yeah. It's
That
true.
that's pretty amazing. And I think, yeah, then you're finally in the place where you can choose happiness. I don't know if people who are in the throes of their negativity can actually choose
Yeah.
happiness.
That's what I always believe too, and think I don't know yet until I come into another little slump. How that how hard that can be to choose happiness when it's like chaos, like whatever is going on around you.
Yes,
Um, yeah, it's just
that's
it's interesting the journey, and how like also practicing positive sort of it's like 10 years to negative to 1 year positive, like, do you know what I mean, like sort of
yeah,
bounces it sort of wipes it out, the universe wipes it out and says, okay, cool, good for you, so we'll give you, I don't know, I'm not making much sense,
yeah,
sorry.
you are. Yeah, you tore it. So
It's the full
just
moon, people, the full moon. I cannot talk on full moons, I tell
I'm
you.
following you. I'm following you. You know what? Look at it like exercise or sports, right? You practice all the time your good sports, your good work, and then, oh no, you have an injury and you can't practice for like a month to 2 months. Now you got to start all over again. Are you going to start back at the same spot? No, you got to build back up to it, right? You got to build back up to it. So, and then you're going to have some difficulties in there building back up to it. So, yeah, with this situation, we're doing that in the reverse. We've been practicing the negative, and now we're practicing the positive. And yes, we're going to have that time, right? That we got to redo it and get it back in there. It's going to backslide a little bit. And then we just got to keep practicing and working our way forward. We just got to keep working our way forward, so that a little backslide does not mean that the whole thing's over,
Yeah,
right? I mean, that's kind of that mindset. Oh, forget it. No, I'll never do it.
yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
totally screwed up my whole life right now. Right.
Yeah,
Right. So
I just wonder, um with the damage that's done in the past, how to not let it affect your future. But that's without it sort of tainting. How do you not bring it into the next chapter when you know the last chapter's closing? And how do you not bring that, people say don't bring it in with you, try and leave it behind. And I'm, yes please, and I'm ready to do that when I move to my new property. That's what's going to be happening, but I'm also uh, scared of how to practice that, because how do I leave it behind per se? I mean, what is leaving it behind? Is it not affecting the moment, or is it, what do you think? What do you say?
You have a pen? Write this down. Write this down, Jemima.
I got it.
So,
Yes.
okay, so the first thing to remember, the most important thing to remember is, number one, you are not the same person. You are not that person anymore. That's your first thing to celebrate, is who you are today. This is who you are today. And the person you were years ago is not the person that you are at this moment.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I always say that you want to bless those past experiences, as difficult as they were. That was your school, those were your lessons learned, and you have graduated. You're out of that school, it's gone. So you want to bless it. You're not going back to high school, you're not going back to elementary school, right? So you're not going back to crisis school. You're not going back to chaos school, crisis school, chaos school, bad relationship school.
Shut down. Yeah.
It's gone. So, but you want to take a moment to bless it, all those difficulties. And when I say bless it, you look at it and you say, thank you. You can say, thank you, the universe. Thank you to whoever you pray to. Thank you for helping me survive. Thank you for my resilience. Thank you for teaching me, even through those difficult times, the lessons I needed to learn, the way I needed to learn it.
I'm going to do that as a ceremony tonight for full moon.
Sweet, I will too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I am willing.
Hold on a second.
Graduate.
Sorry, everyone. And I'm willing to graduate. Is that what you said?
I'm willing. Yeah, I'm willing to graduate. I'm willing to move forward.
Oh, I like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So the only thing you're taking with you forward is the wisdom that you've acquired from surviving through difficulties.
Okay, beautiful.
The next step towards making sure that you don't repeat behavior is to really look at yourself and say, do I need to go to AA or codependent, or do I still need therapy? Do I want couples therapy? Am I doing my daily practice? You ask yourself those questions so that you don't backslide into old familiar patterns.
Yeah.
It's kind of like smokers do this a lot. And, because as a hypnotherapist, I like to give my smokers tools, because a lot of people use smoking as a way to deal with stress, right? They say, oh, I smoke when I'm stressed. And I always tell people, yeah, but cigarettes don't actually calm you down. They increase your stress levels, because the nicotine is a stimulant. And they're like, what? No, but I calm down. The only thing that calms you down is taking a deep breath. So we're going to replace cigarettes with breathing, right? So you just have to teach that to somebody. You have to teach them tapping, you have to teach them breathing, because without teaching them tools and just getting them to stop smoking, which is easy with hypnosis, potentially they can start again if they don't have a tool to deal with stress. Because the only tool they've practiced for years and years dealing with stress is smoking. So it's not really the smoking that I'm concerned it's how are you going to deal with stress? So yeah, you will have new obstacles come up for you and your loved one in your new place. It's not all going to be, just peaches and cream, right? It could just be like, woo, I'm planting my garden now.
We're going to try and do that. That's my goal, is to choose happiness each day and try and just hold hands and go, okay, why what
Planting my garden now.
be fun, let's have fun.
But
The
you
big
may have obstacles. So now here's the question: is how do you choose to deal with those obstacles? Is the testament to how you are not bringing the old
right,
Jemima's bag of tricks coming in. How do you deal with your obstacles? And because you have a great practice set up,
yeah,
I have a lot of faith in the fact that you are not going to backslide into that place of chaos. And that just that fear of backsliding is
yeah,
really what you want to deal with. That, fear is that interesting body mind place that creates scenarios that may not even exist.
yeah,
Right.
totally.
So that's how you move forward. You got to bless the past and find something in your suffering that you can take away and be grateful for to move forward.
Yeah,
And so you don't want to just try to forget about it, because that's not possible.
yeah, yeah,
You got to say, wow, that poor version of me, that poor little Jemima version who no longer exists, she really went through it. But God, she taught me a lot.
mhm,
And now I can use a lot of that wisdom that she taught me so I can choose happiness.
yeah.
Right.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe a good full moon ritual tonight.
I think I'm going to have to listen to my own suggestion. And
I know.
what did I say? Am I
I've got it
channeling?
written down. I've got it written down. Do you want me to
I'm
copy it?
channeling. Wait, I'll do it a unicorn style. I'm channeling.
I love it. I
Oh
love
no, that'll probably come up on our still shot.
I will. I bet you. How awesome. Oh, that's very funny. Um, why don't we pull a card? Because I think that's good. That's that's enough.
That's enough for me.
Hey,
There's
I'm
nothing in here.
it's really good. But I've got it written down. Do you want me to read back to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can write it down.
Yeah. Wait.
Thank you, universe, or whoever. Have you got a pen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, universe, for helping me survive.
Mhm.
For helping me survive
Mhm.
my resilience, and for teaching me the lessons I needed to learn the way I needed to learn them. I like that one. The way I needed to learn them. That was really good. And I am willing to graduate, to move forward, to not repeat the cycle.
Right. Cool.
And hang on, the wisdom that required from. Oh, and I'm grateful for the wisdom that I required from surviving my difficulties. That's a good one too.
Right. Right. You acquired the wisdom you acquired.
What did I say? Oh, I did. Acquired. Yes, I required.
But of course, the wisdom was required, but you acquired it through your difficulties. So that's awesomeness. Okay, cool. Great. I'm going to do that as my full moon ceremony tonight.
Yeah.
Me and my pups. Um,
So will you pull a card for us now, Darcy? Because you've got those beautiful cards.
Sure.
Thanks.
I got a new deck, but I'm not ready with it yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. So what is our question? Is it about moving forward? Is it
Yes.
about springtime? Is it about...
Moving forward. I was just about to say moving forward as you opened your mouth. So yes.
Oh, okay. So it's about moving forward. There you
Yeah,
go.
that was really what I was going to, and you said it. I was like, oh man, that's amazing.
So we want to we want to know what the energy of moving forward is.
Positive energy.
Positive energy moving forward. Is there anything else we need to know? How about that? About moving forward with this positive energy? Did I miss piece of information.
Oh, it's jumped out. It jumped out.
Oh, I like that. Looks
What is
pretty
it?
looks pretty positive from here. So again, I'm using Sandra Ann Taylor's energy cards,
Beautiful.
and they jumped out of the sun. Number
Oh
one.
my God. And number one.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's a moving forward of number one.
Hey, that is like the starting of. Okay, thank you, universe. I love the universe right now.
I love the universe right now. Right now, you're really like my BFF.
Right now, yeah, right now, if you're nice to me, I like you.
I like you. So this, new beginnings and great creativity.
Oh, you
And
cannot make this stuff up, people. What a beautiful card, too. My
isn't that
gosh.
pretty? So
Absolutely.
it's like uh the feminine in a in a bowl of what? Oh, that's significant. A bowl of water with lotus lilies and the sun. Why is it significant? Because I had a dream that a bobcat came in my house,
Oh,
and I
wow.
told everybody, careful, there's a bobcat in the house. And then the bobcat turned into a woman who asked me for a bowl of water.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I need it for my daughter. And I said, well, wouldn't you rather have it in a cup? It's easier to carry. Because, that's me. Like, wait, we got to make this easy, right? Got to make it practical. And she says, no, I want a bowl of water for my daughter. Look,
Wow, that's
there's a
amazing.
bowl of water and a woman in it.
That's bizarre.
That's so interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
When was your dream?
Huh?
When was your dream?
When?
Yeah.
Just a couple of nights ago.
Wow. Trippy.
Yeah. Bobcats are really interesting. They are relative to the lynx, and those are they're really interesting animals. So this one is about new beginning and great creativity. So the sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning.
Woo-hoo!
The onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. So this card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as, the birth of a baby or the writing of a publication or of a book. In your dream life, I just have to say, the birth of a baby, or a baby in a dream is also a symbol of something new that you're working on. So you don't have to worry about a baby being a literal baby. It's whatever thing that you're working, like your property is your baby.
So I'm perimenopausal. I'm not going to be pregnant. Everyone, just in case you need to know that.
Perimenopausal is a very interesting time. So just pay attention. Don't be crazy. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know that the sun is shining on your intentions now. So,
absolutely beautiful.
It was sideways, so it was neither upside down or straight. And so I just want to read a little bit of the reverse, not the whole thing, just to remind us. It talks to you about remembering to reclaim your power and take back emotional control of your life.
Right.
Stop focusing on clouds. Like the sun, the light of your soul shines no matter what difficulties or darkness may be clouding the horizon. Your power and light are always present, able to bring healing and renewal through strong, self-directed choices in any situation. So let go of the doubt, let your creativity come forth, and know that you deserve to shine. So I just wanted to throw that in there. It's also good.
That makes complete sense because
our conversation, that's what we were talking about, choosing up.
And also I forgot the other epiphany that I had this week or awakening. was about my head space being so much in control over the last 30 years, and my heart being closed because I had to protect my heart. But my heart's so big, and so now I started to practice just coming from my place of my heart this week, all week, like just like going, oh well, and seeing anything that frustrated me with love and laughing at it rather than going in my head or getting insecure, like a phone call from someone, and I'll be, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's like just chill, like grow up a bit, in other words, but like it's open heart, that heart space being open and walking into it.
Can I
Um,
just can I just give you two things here before we go? I know it's
sure.
getting a little late. Okay, first is her affirmation, which is I open my heart and life to the creative inspiration of divine love. That's a
Wow.
great sentence.
Hold on, I want to write that one down. I open my heart.
I open my heart and life to the creative inspiration of divine love. I choose to create happiness in every new day. I kid you not, it's right there.
Wow. Woo! You cannot make this stuff up.
Right? Isn't that just so beautiful? That's why I had to read it too. So here's something you can practice. And you can practice whether the sun is shining or there's rain or whatever. You can practice visualizing the sun because it's always shining whether there's clouds in the sky or not. Visualize the sun and allow that sun to send a beam right to the top of your head and right into your heart. So beam it right into your heart. And once you get that beam beaming right into your heart and you can feel that warmth, then allow yourself to beam it back outward through your world. So beam it in, get strong, beam it back out, and walk around like that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty, I used to practice that one. Um, it's a beautiful thing to practice. So I will practice that today when I take my dogs for a walk. I'll
Yeah,
beam
that's
it in and I'll beam it out. So
that's
thank
Das with the no, that's probably not the topic, but I was just going to say I still get challenged, by the beaming out. I get scared because of so much damage in California experience with the stalkers, that I still get really scared of trusting.
right.
So
So what you can do then is you can first cover yourself in your golden protective bubble,
yeah, okay.
beam it in and beam it back out. I feel that, honestly, you know, drug addicts and people who are really in the darkness, that are maybe taken over by that shadow, they are attracted to light beams,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
they're also attracted to victims.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you are no longer a victim. So your light beam is not like, chaos
Yeah.
beam.
Yeah.
It's now strong and solid. You have stronger boundaries. You're not using drugs, so your energy fields are not all whacked
Yeah.
anymore. And so you're not going to be attracting those people any longer. That time is past. That's over.
Right.
But it was great that you learned and survived.
Yeah.
And now you can trust and face your fear because of how strong you are, how much love is surrounding you right now in your life,
Hmm.
how amazingly strong you are, and you can trust that this is a strong solid beam opening to the world, not chaos victim beam. Okay?
Thank
And
you.
then, if you feel like there's somebody's energy that you are concerned about, just shut it down and walk away.
Yeah.
Because
True.
if you open it, you can turn it off and walk away. Okay?
Thank you, Das.
Yeah,
Thank you.
babe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Short talk this week, guys, but I think that was really worthy of the 30 minutes. I really do. Thank you for
I
the
think that was
input.
a great talk.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always enjoy talking with you.
Thanks, Das. You're amazing. I love you. Happy full moon.
Happy full moon.
Thank
Happy
you, everyone.
springtime.
Happy
Happy
spring. Happy
spring.
Easter too. It's Easter weekend if this is the weekend you're watching it. Happy
Mhm.
Easter. Enjoy the the celebrations with your families.
Yeah, let's send that loving beam of sunlight out to everybody right now who needs it. So many. Okay.
So many people. All right, love and light to everyone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I always forget to tell you. Guys, see you later. Bye.
Bye.